The recent election in Argentina was held on October 22, 2023, to elect the president, vice president, members of the National Congress, and the governors of most provinces. The election was followed by a runoff on November 19, 2023, as no presidential candidate won a majority in the first round. In the runoff, Javier Milei, a far-right libertarian economist, defeated Sergio Massa. Milei's victory was a shock to many, as he was an outsider candidate who had never held public office before. He won 30.5% of the vote, far higher than predicted, with the main conservative opposition bloc behind on 28% and the ruling Peronist coalition in third place on 27%. Milei's campaign focused on his opposition to the central bank and his pledge to dollarize the economy. He also promised to tackle the country's high inflation rate, which stood at 116% at the time of the election, and the cost of living crisis that left 4 in 10 people in poverty. Milei's victory is seen as a stinging rebuke to the center-left Peronist coalition and the main Together for Change conservative opposition bloc. The economic crisis has left many Argentines disillusioned with the main political parties and opened the door for Milei, who struck a chord especially with the young. The October election was key for policy affecting Argentina's huge farm sector, one of the world's top exporters of soy, corn, and beef, the peso currency and bonds, and ongoing talks over a $44 billion debt deal with the International Monetary Fund. Milei's dollarization proposal would replace the country's currency, the peso, with the US dollar. This would make the US dollar the sole legal tender and unit of account in Argentina. Milei's victory in the presidential election has put the future of the peso in doubt. Dollarization has been proposed in Argentina before, but it has never been implemented. The idea is controversial and there are concerns about the potential impact on the country's economy. Proponents of dollarization argue that it would help stabilize the economy and reduce inflation. However, opponents argue that it would lead to a loss of monetary policy autonomy and could make the country more vulnerable to external shocks. The impact of dollarization on Argentina's economy remains to be seen. It is a complex issue that requires careful consideration and planning. However, Milei's victory has brought the issue to the forefront of the national conversation, and it will be interesting to see how it develops in the coming months and years.